The Dark Knight is about to find out why they do let apes play with the big toys. It's Godzilla vs Batman. Who will win this battle of good versus evil? Let's get ready to rumble. We last saw Godzilla in Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah. The oxygen destroyer was awakened once again to take on the two-headed beast, but unfortunately, humanity's most famous monster Machare, King Caesar, wasn't there to help the big G out, so he had to do all the work himself. And although he did take down both heads of Ghidorah, he also received a nasty injury from one of its stingers, which may end up being fatal. And we last saw the Dark Knight in Batman Begins. Bruce Wayne decided that Gotham needed a hero, even if it didn't deserve one. He donned the cape and cowl for the first time in years, taking on some thugs with his awesome new bat. But it was only after he got his rear end kicked by the mysterious League of Shadows that he realized he did need more than just a cool car to save the city. And so he traveled the world to train and prepare for the coming war. But what happens when a giant radioactive lizard shows up stomping through the streets? Will our boy in the batsuit be able to handle this behemoth? Or will Gotham be ground zero for an all-out monster massacre? Let's get ready to rumble. Round 1. The citizens of Gotham are having a pretty rough night. First, they have to deal with a car chase between the cops and some mobsters, but then the ground begins to shake. Soon they see a giant lizard barreling towards them, smashing cars like they're made of tissue paper. It's Godzilla, and he's angry. And nothing makes him angrier than people in miniature who try to stand in his way. Of course, Bruce Wayne, aka Batman, isn't intimidated by the king of the monsters, and he soon engages the massive reptile in combat. However, Batman's initial attacks don't even seem to register on Godzilla. He swats the Dark Knight away like a pesky fly and sends him crashing into a skyscraper. But Batman always has a contingency plan, and this time it involves a whole lot of explosives. The buildings around them begin to collapse, sending huge chunks of concrete and rebar flying through the air. And although Godzilla does his best to avoid the falling debris, one piece manages to connect with his eye, drawing blood. Godzilla roars in pain and anger, but that only gives Batman the opening he needs. The caped Crusader fires another explosive, sending the beast reeling. And then he goes in for the attack, landing blow after blow until Godzilla falls to the ground, seemingly defeated. But this is only the beginning, because although he may have won the first round, there's no way Batman can keep this up forever. How long can the Dark Knight stay in the fight? Let's find out. Round 2. After taking a few minutes to catch his breath, Godzilla gets back to his feet and shakes off the damage from the bat. This fight is far from over, but now the big G has something else to worry about, because suddenly Gotham's other superpowered protector arrives on the scene, Batman Beyond. The futuristic Dark Knight joins the fight and lands a solid hit on the monster. And although Godzilla is surprised by the sudden appearance of this new opponent, he does his best to fight them both off. But there's only so much a guy can do against two determined attackers, and soon enough, he finds himself knocked out cold once again. But before Batman can deliver the final blow, they're interrupted by a familiar voice. It's Bruce Wayne, and he's not happy that these two are causing so much destruction in his city. After all, it's bad enough that he's got to put up with giant lizard people stomping around. He doesn't need some time-traveling teenager making things worse. But Batman Beyond refuses to back down. He may be from the future, but he's not a coward. And so the two Batman team up to take on the monster once and for all. And although Godzilla does manage to land a few hits, he's eventually overwhelmed and knocked out cold. But our heroes don't celebrate their victory too much, because they know that this is far from over. After all, they've only won the second round. There's still one more to go. But how badly has Godzilla been damaged? Will our heroes be able to finish him off for good? Let's find out. Round 3. Despite taking a beating from both Batman, Godzilla is still standing. And although he's definitely feeling the pain, he's far from finished. In fact, he lets out a mighty roar that shakes the very foundations of Gotham. But our heroes aren't intimidated, and they stand their ground. They know that they're facing the ultimate test, a battle that will push them to their limits. And although Godzilla does his best to overwhelm them, the Batman stand firm. They land blow after blow until the monster finally goes down. But it's clear that this is going to be a tough fight to win. After all, how can you beat a monster that never stays down? But our heroes refuse to give up. They know that they must prevail if they want to protect the innocent. And so they rally together and prepare for the final showdown. Godzilla rises to his feet and lets out a final roar, but it's clear that he's weakened. The Batman take advantage of this and deliver the final blows, sending the monster crashing to the ground for the last time. And although Godzilla does his best to get back up, it's no use. He's finally defeated. But our heroes know that this is only the beginning, because now they have to clean up the mess that Godzilla left behind. The people of Gotham are safe, but the city is in ruins, and it'll take a lot of hard work to rebuild. But our heroes are up to the task. They may be tired and battered, but they know that they can count on each other and the citizens of Gotham to help them rebuild. After the dust settles, Batman takes a moment to survey the damage. The city is in ruins, but the people are safe. That's all that matters. He knows that he and Batman Beyond have won the battle, but the war against evil is never truly over. There will always be new threats, new challenges, but he's ready for them. He always has been, always will be. As the sun rises over Gotham, Batman stands tall, a symbol of hope in a time of darkness. He knows that the city is going to need a lot of help to rebuild, but he's not afraid. He's got friends all over the world, allies who will come running when he calls for help. And most importantly, he has the people of Gotham on his side. They may be scared and uncertain about the future, but they're also strong and resilient. They will rebuild their city, and they will do it together, because that's what Gotham does. They rise from the ashes, stronger and more united than ever before. As for Godzilla, he's gone, back to the ocean depths, licking his wounds and planning his revenge. But Batman knows that he can handle the big guy whenever he comes back. After all, he's the Dark Knight, and he never backs down from a fight. Who would win? Now check out another epic matchup between Toho's mightiest monsters in Godzilla vs King Kong, or watch as the Dark Knight faces off against the Man of Steel in Batman vs Superman. Let us know in the comments below. But until then, I'm the host. Stay awesome, stay nerdy, and stay subscribed.